Oh yes, the weather is delightful today. Anyway, I am going to see a charging station. Yay! I know that doesn't sound that much fun, but trust me, this one is going to be fun because it's new and it's big and you don't have to be a Tesla to use it. This weather is something though. I'm not a big fan of that. Good morning and welcome. My name is James Cook. Let's vlog. I'm a bit annoyed about the weather actually, because literally yesterday I got my car cleaned for the first time in about 3 months, and then it started raining, of course. So I read a story a little while ago on the Guardian online website about a couple who'd recently bought a Porsche Taycan, and it took them 9 hours to do 130 miles back home from Bournemouth to Kent. I mean, wow. So granted, they'd driven to see some friends, I think it was, and they were leaving Bournemouth with 45 miles left to charge. They pulled into the first charger and somebody basically said, look, sorry, it's not been working for a few weeks now. So they went to the next one. I think they had a trickle charge from a Porsche garage to help them sort of get a little bit further. They went to another one, it wasn't working. They went to another one and there were 3 cars queuing, and it was a 45-minute maximum amount of time on a 7 kilowatt charger, so really not very helpful for a big battery car like a Taycan. Eventually they went to a charge station on the motorway where there were 8 shiny Tesla superchargers, which of course a Porsche Taycan can't use, and then they did actually find another charger that they could use there. But it really highlights that even if you buy a super premium, very expensive luxury electric vehicle that's really awesome in basically every regard, if you don't have access to the Tesla supercharger network, you are going to be a second-class citizen. And a lot of people sort of level accusations at Tesla for, they should let everybody use their charging stations. Well, hang on a minute, why? Porsche could have set up their own chargers, or they could have clubbed together with Tesla and worked on a big charging network altogether. I mean, that's what the electric car industry should have done as a whole. The problem is that when Tesla was busy building out their supercharger network, most other EV manufacturers did not consider themselves to be part of the EV marketplace at all. So Tesla basically just have a massive first mover advantage. I think eventually, some point down the line, the superchargers might not be exclusively for Teslas. But for now, Tesla is reaping the rewards of their foresight. However, that does leave a lot of other EVs basically out in the cold, relying on 1 or 2 chargers at motorway service stations that may or may not work, may or may not have a queue. And yeah, I would buy a Tesla over any other EV at the moment. It's the only one that really does the job properly of being a full-time main car at the moment. And yeah, you can plan around it. I mean, I could have told these people in the Taycan that stopping at random chargers was not the way to go. Straight onto the motorway and find one that works is probably the best solution. But it's a mess. It's a disjointed mess of cards and apps and memberships and chargers that are or aren't working, and something's got to be done. And that is where Gridserve comes in, because they have got 36 charge bays. Wow. Anyway, better concentrate on this drive because I've still got a pretty solid 65 miles through the rain to do before I get there. I'm actually running a little bit late, which I'm sure won't be a massive surprise to anyone much. This rain is killing my efficiency. Not helped by the fact that I don't have the luxury of being able to drive slower because I'm late as it is. Good thing I'm going to a charging station, really. Yeah, when you've got water actually lying on the road so that it splashes up as you drive along, I reckon it takes about 15% off your efficiency, which is quite a big hit. If it's just raining in the air, then it's more like sort of 5%, you know, if the water is soaking into the tarmac nice and quickly. But not today. Well, there's a brave person. Renault Twizy. I wonder if that's going to the same place I am. Looks good. I like the Renault Twizy. I always liked it. Cool little car. Or is it a quadricycle? Ooh, you really can see it from the road. About time everyone else got to experience how charging's supposed to work. And you know what? This isn't just good for non-Tesla drivers, it's good for Tesla drivers too, because it means that when they come to replace their car, they can actually think about whether they want to get a different make of EV. Because whilst the supercharger network is in the position it's in, there really is no competition. Right, let's see if I can find my way into this place. Yeah, here we go. You'll see it just there. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that. How very exciting. Now, how do I get to where I'm going with this, I wonder? Oh, this is just the most exciting thing I've ever seen. Well, except for some of those rocket launches that SpaceX do every now and again. It's got a supercharger. This place is stuffed full of EVs. And quite a lot of non-EVs as well, actually. Right, now I believe I'm supposed to be in bay 10. So we'll see how that goes in a minute. And if I'm not in bay 10, then I'm going to circle back round to that supercharger space that was open. Because, oh yes, no, it's covered. It's covered. I'm not automatically going to get soaked. Oh, this is just brilliant. This is literally brilliant. Oh, Robert Llewellyn's here. Nice. Right, I better put this down and actually... Oh, he's got his Taycan with him. This is the most exciting place I've been ever. Check it out. Porsche Taycan. It's like, this is Disneyland, but for EV drivers. I like this, very stylish. Oh. Right, move to a different charger. We're going to try this one instead. Grab my CCS adapter. Seem to have a variety of chargers on offer.
Yeah, well,
so the ABB charger does work. So there we go.
Well, the 90s do, but the 150 or the 350.
Oh, is this a 90? This is 90 and that's 150, is it?
Correct. 175.
That's
so
awesome.
they're twin to 350.
You don't mind being on my YouTube channel, do you?
Well, it looks like I'm on it anyway, but yes, hello.
It is quite wide angle.
Nice.
The future of EV charging. Now all I need is, oh, look at all these solar panels. It's just brilliant. Like I said, Disneyland for EV drivers. Okay, I wonder if there's a queue for the toilets at Disneyland. That's so awesome. Coffee. Costa Coffee, WH Smith's, all under one roof. I wish I hadn't brought sandwiches now. I need to eat my lunch quite quickly, because we're going inside for a talk in a minute. So Gridserve have quite a lot of solar farms and they feed the grid. And that's sort of what the business normally does, but now they're branching out into these sorts of things. And as a charging station, as a sort of, if you like, a petrol station of the future, this is next level.
No, they don't. They
rain
don't
on my lens.
If you've got an older car, they just don't show.
So I was just speaking to Will over there, and apparently these are not solar chargers, solar panels. They don't actually look quite like solar panels. However, those are solar panels. And my lens is covered in rain again. I need to get windscreen wipers for this thing. I'm getting in the warm. I can't take it anymore. Apparently, the plan is to put 100 of these round the country, which is incredibly exciting. Righty, so where are we up to now? Oh, I'm on 174 miles. It's put in 60 miles since I got here already. I'm going to 100% today because we're going in for this talk.
James, what mic have you got now?
The forecourt itself, as you probably already gathered, has a whole suite of facilities that is not like nothing else in the country. So we've got 36 chargers here, 6 Tesla superchargers, 6 AC chargers up to 22 kilowatts, another 24 under the canopy, 12 of which 90, and another 12 up to 350 kilowatts. Again, as you've seen downstairs, we've got Booth, we've got Gourmet, we've got Blake Smith, we've got Costa, the post office and tech centre, and then upstairs, as you can see around you, we've got 4 meeting pods, a pretty small LED screen behind me, a couple of cars on show, digital touchscreens that are showcasing all the best and brightest elements of Gridserve, including the vehicle solutions piece, which I'm mainly responsible for.
We're building forecourt because our mission is to deliver sustainable energy on such a scale and magnitude. Can't wait to see fully charged later. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I'm going to hand over to Dan to give a bit of a description. So thanks for coming in.
Well, I'd just like to say, as a third party, congratulations to Toddington, Sam, Jerry, the whole Gridserve team, because this is a really extraordinary moment, I think. We're fond of saying the future's here, it's just not evenly distributed, but for us, this is an absolute key milestone and a tipping point towards electric vehicles.
We're not officially open today, we are officially open on Monday, and it's really, really important that the media, we wanted to have a couple of days just to try and run an electric forecourt, which we've never done before, just before we kind of open it to the world.
So, just quickly, that was awesome. Always great to see the EV gang and fully charged chaps out doing their thing. I love the way they're really sort of pushing EVs forwards and helping it to be more realistic for places like this to be common. Because if places like this were common, then there'd be no excuse for not driving an EV, honestly. It's brilliant, it's comfortable, it's got all the facilities you want. This is the motorway service station, or petrol station if you like, of the future. Of course, we won't be calling them petrol stations in the future. We'll be calling them charging stations. Yeah, I'm so pleased I came. As the guy said right at the beginning when I hadn't got my mic set up and therefore you probably couldn't hear, we want this place, as EV drivers, we want it to be really successful, because the more successful it is, the more of them they'll make. And it's just so much better than standing outside in the cold next to an EV charge post that isn't working. Just ask those Taycan drivers that are coming back from Bournemouth. So what do you think about this place?
Love it. I think it's absolutely the way forward. Definitely, if you compare this to what we've got in terms of infrastructure all over the country at the moment, this is number one, and it will stay number one for a long time. I don't think anyone will supersede this, not in any time soon anyway.
Of course, I'm hoping they're going to put one of these on every motorway service station that there is. Fingers crossed. And I've got a goodie bag. So this place is not actually officially open yet, but it will be opening soon. All excellent, the weather is not improved at all. Robert Llewellyn selfie time. Somehow I don't feel I've done my job properly if I don't grab a selfie with Robert in the background. I gotta get cracking now, because it's late, the car is charged, and I'm freezing. Love though. Now we're going. Yeah, not sure why I bothered putting the camera on, because I forgot GoPros are not best in the dark. It's the one Achilles heel of the otherwise all singing, all dancing action cam. Right, that was fantastic, really enjoyed that. And have a quick look. A bunch of stuff from Booths, which makes perfect sense because there was a Booths concession at the Gridserve electric station, whatever you want to call it. Some loose tea. And my personal favourite, coffee! And something to put the coffee in. Dark chocolate and mint thins. Squidgy AA van, that'll be handy. Give that to Jasper, he'll like that. A few other AA goodies. Well, that was all very nice. I've had a great day. Absolutely fantastic. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the video as well. And maybe I'll bump into some of you at a Gridserve in the future. Hopefully there'll be more of them. I think when they say, you know, if it was this busy every day, then in a few months' time we'd be ready to go with a load more. I think that might be a tad optimistic. I think when it comes to something like that, it's more of a land grab. You want to have your chargers in place so that when there is a large number of EVs, as there will be over the next few years, I have no doubt, you're already well placed to serve them. Either way, Gridserve have put a fantastic charging station in, and I can't wait to head back in the direction of Suffolk and make use of it. I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember to leave a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons because you guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next episode of my vlog. Bye. Either way, Gridserve had a... Either way, Gridserve... Either way... Aren't you lovely? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, look at you. I don't have treats for you. I don't, but I feel like I ought to now. Yes, I probably should do, shouldn't I? Wow, you are one fluffy dog, you are.